My name is Yussif Awulatu. I am in Medina community, Bimbila. I am now empowered. I am now an assembly member, government appointee for this municipality.
আমার নাম মোসাম্মদ আসলিমা বেগম। আমি গৃহিণী এবং কৃষি কাজ করি, আমি চাকরিও করি এবং মেশিনের সেলাইয়ের কাজ করি। আমার জীবনটা পাওয়ার প্রজেক্টের আগে কেমন ছিল আমার যখন বিয়ে হয়ে আসি তখন আমি ঘরের বাইরে যাইতে পারতাম না, কিন্তু বাজারে যাইতে পারতাম না, নিজের ইচ্ছা মতো চলতে পারতাম না, তারপর সে নিজ স্বাধীন মতো চলতে পারতাম না। এমনকি একটা সময় আমার ছিল, আমি সে সময় আমার সংসার করতে খুব কষ্ট হইতো। আগে কষ্ট হইতো, আমার সকালে উঠিয়ে রান্নার কাজ করা লাগতো, ঘর ঝাড়ু দেওয়া লাগতো, বাচ্চাদের ব্রাশ করা লাগতো, তারপর তাদের খাওয়ানোর জন্য একটা করা লাগতো, খাদ্য তৈরি করে দেওয়া লাগতো, স্কুলে যাওয়ার জন্য পোশাক রেডি করা লাগতো, তাদের পরে দেওয়া লাগতো, স্কুলে পাঠিয়ে দেওয়া লাগতো। এটা সমস্যা ছিল। আমরা এখন প্রজেক্টের সাথে জড়িত হওয়ার পরে আমাদের মিটিং ডাকে সেন্সিটাইজেশন, তার স্পাউস, এই মিটিংয়ে ডাকি স্বামীদের বলে কাজ দুইজনারে, সংসারের কাজ দুইজনারে। তখন আমার স্বামী আমার কাজের অর্ধেক উনি করে।
তাই আপারা আসার পরে তখন ডাকি যে স্কুলের যে সদস্যগুলো আছে সদস্য এবং তার সাথে তার স্বামীদেরও সংযুক্ত করছে করে তখন ডাকিয়ে মিটিং করছে। বলে শুধু মহিলারাই কাজ করবে, আপনারা পুরুষরা কিছুই করবেন না, খালি ঘুরে বেড়াবেন, চাষতলা থাকবেন, এটা হবে না, আপনাদেরও তাদের কাজে সহায়তা করতে হবে।
সেন্সিটাইজেশন মিটিংয়ে আমাদের হয়েছে আমরা নারীরাই শুধু কাজ করে যাচ্ছি, আমরা যে অর্থনৈতিক কাজের সাথে জড়িত হতে পারছি না। আমরা ঘরের কাজেই যদি বন্দি থাকি, আমরা অর্থনৈতিক কাজের সাথে কিভাবে জড়িত থাকবো, দুটো পয়সা কিভাবে নিয়ে আসবো?
এখন এগুলো কাজ করার পরবর্তীতে আমার স্ত্রী বিভিন্ন ধরনের কাজে সহায়তা করতে পারতেছে, আবার মিটিং করে সেখানে যেতে পারছি, আবার হয়তো আমি এগুলো কাজ করতেছি, সংসারে বিভিন্ন ধরনের কাজ করতেছি, ও তখন সেলাই বসে, আবার সেলাই করে, সংসারে অর্থনৈতিক আয় আসে।
কাজের অর্ধেক উনি করে। যেমন আমি সকালবেলা বিছানা থেকে উঠি, আমি ভাত উঠাই দেই চুলায়, তখন ও হলো বাচ্চাদের ঘুম থেকে তোলে, ওদেরকে পায়খানা প্রস্রাব করায়, ব্রাশ করে দেয়, আবার উনি আবার আসি বিছানা ঝাড়ু দেয়, মেঝেটা ঝাড়ু দেয়, প্রত্যেকদিন আবার উঠানো ঝাড়ু দেয়, আমার কাজে সহযোগিতা করে এবং রান্নার কাজেও সহযোগিতা করে।
Care work is the work that is done by women and girls in society, and it usually does not go with any remuneration. For instance, you see a lot of women doing care work related to childcare, related to housekeeping, cooking, washing, collecting firewood, collecting water, but they take a lot of time from women and girls. And it is important to recognize it because it affects women's potential to produce, their potential to earn income, their potential to be economically empowered. And if you look at the proportion of women in the population, like for instance in Ghana, we have about 52%, and a huge chunk of that number is not earning and most of their time is spent in doing care work. It has implications for national development as well as the individual lives of those women and their communities. It is unrecognized in the sense that men will usually say, my wife does not do any work.
Bamba trajile ramila ya to ashale kavne min da gbaniti yal kavne which is ben shao tunu kam kaya pu hoko tumbere besumso because bralla antam ne ActionAid de son taba
our husband has been educated or sensitized on unpaid care work, which they themselves got to know that it was something heavy on us.
So katikinya kapumpo ay song pa ka pa magba song anyer ka biya huma anyer burchana ama pa ma konko yen nangda kayan biya konko ko biya ko so sam ka da da bulle bugar tirya ama wai gbake ka gbake anyer ka biya huma anyer burchana to pumpo ta ta ba pa bon ti yila kavun mane Kabalabi kamini kaman duniya nan ben sha'aw.
Now they have been sensitized and they knew it was something that is harmful to us as their wives. Because like looking to my observation, you see that a young man will go in for a young lady. They will marry to one another. Before 20 years, 25 years, you see that the lady will grow older and older and the man will still be looking fresh. Why? Yeah, because the workload on women is too much. You can't even get time to rest.
Because ordinary or to can support the uncle maybe come on for upon you say, you call them ma. Kachankura so min chankulugma ba kulugma pulukan yamsu bihima kom so wati en teleglamna na bihima ben shaka dunya man dunu ben yar ne non da mama so ben yar ben ne non da mama yar ba kama na ai song pa tuma din yan non ya kan sha ben mama ka be lera ben mamin be shar polo beti an koti an kana ka be jiya kan tun da tuma tirben ma so bogba mama ko yar ba bela o kwang mama bogba yisa na bon shong no bogba.
We also continued with the participatory research in terms of our time use diaries, and from the years so far we have tried to make the time diaries more innovative in terms of applying technology and innovation to it, where field officers can collect data by using apps. Child care centers is one of the key strategies that actually reduce women time, and we also try as part of the activities of power and strategies to bring on board traditional leaders, to bring on board media, school children. We also have Queen mothers in some areas championing the campaign.
Kwa Mukangarambe Christina mu karere ka Gisagara, umurenge wa Kibizi, akagari ka Kibizi, umudugudu wa Marembo. Mbarizwa mu itsinda duterana inkunga ari jyewe umufasha mwumvire wabyo. Inshingano zanjye z'ibanze ni ukuriyobora, ndariyobora ariko turanayoborana turuzuzanya, ntabwo mfata ibyemezo jyenyine, dufatana n'abandi tubanamo. Hari byagiye bizamuka kuko nko mu itsinda mfite imbere umuyobozi, urabizi hari ibibazo byabaye mu gihugu cyacu, habayemo jenoside, ariko ubu twese turi kumwe n'ubwiyunge, nyine twese twiyumvana namwe. Mbere tutarajya mu itsinda nta muntu wiyumvagamo undi, yaranamubonaga akamuhunga bitewe n'ibibazo bari baragiranye. Ubuzima bwanjye uko bwari bumeze, ntabwo nari nzi gukaraba ngo njye aho abandi bari. Nta nubwo nari narigeze numvaga bavuga n'ubuyobozi nkumva jye sinagushobora, nkumva sinagujyamo ngo mbushobore. Ariko aho ngereye mu itsinda niho ejo nababwiye nti ni urufunguzo. ActionAid yaradufunguye mu mutwe, tubasha kujya mu nzego zifata ibyemezo.
abagore iyo bishyize hamwe bahuriza hamwe ibitekerezo bakagira n'imbaraga zo kugaragaza ibitekerezo, bakikorera n'ubukangurambaga n'ubuvugizi ku bibazo bahura nabyo. Uyu mushinga rero nicyo ugamije kandi nicyo ukoze. Mu by'ukuri biragaragara ko iyo umugore wamwubakiye ubushobozi, bahuriye hamwe bagakorera hamwe, bagira icyo bageraho gikomeye. Bamenyekanishije ibibazo bahura nabyo, harimo n'imirimo idahabwa agaciro, akaba ari bo batera imbere, bajya imbere, ari mu bukangurambaga, ari mu buvugizi, bakabisobanura neza kuko burya ribaruwa riraye।
সহযোগিতা না করতো, যেমন আমার বড় ছেলে আছে বা স্বামী আমার সহযোগিতা কাজের মধ্যে যদি সহযোগিতা না করতো তাহলে আমি বিভিন্ন কমিটিতে অংশগ্রহণ করতে পারতাম না।
হয়তো অনেক লোকের সাথে পরিচিত হয়ে গেছে, ওই ইউনিয়ন পরিষদের চেয়ারম্যান, মেম্বার, উপজেলায় যে কর্মকর্তাদের সাথে পরিচিত হয়েছি। তারপরে আমাদের এমপি অ্যাডভোকেট ফজল রাব্বি, তেনার সাথেও কয়েকবার দেখা করছি, মিটিংয়ে ছিল। উপজেলার চেয়ারম্যান তাদের ঘরের সাথে ছিল, তাদের ওখানে যায়, এটা এই যে কোনো বিষয়ে যায়, হয়তো দাবি, এটার দাবির জন্য যায়, ওটার দাবির জন্য পাঠা দেয়, যায় তাদের সাথে বসিয়ে।
কাজ যেমন আছে কিন্তু কাজের বিনিময়, কাজ যেমন আমাদের হলো বন্যাতে আমাদের রাস্তাঘাট সবকিছু ভাঙিয়ে গেছে, বিশেষ করে আমাদের নদীতে, এই যে বাড়ির সামন দিয়ে যে নদীটা, এখানের বাঁধটা ভাঙিয়ে গেছে। এটা আমাদের যদিও
women suffer the brunt of climate change and all its associated problems, and that is why agroecology is like a must for us to ensure that we support communities to understand the realities of climate change, analyze it on their own, and they are able to take up all these approaches to change their lives.
সরকার থেকে আমাদের যদি ওটা ইয়ে করে দেয়, নদীটা বাঁধি দেয়, তাহলে আমাদের মনে করে বন্যাতে আর আমরা অত হব না।
When we're in the community, we didn't know our rights. Because of that, men decide anyhow. Like they don't include us in decision making. Whenever there is something in the community, they don't bother to include women. They will just sit down alone, deliberate on their issue, and then final. But now that we know it is our right that whenever they have something to do in their community, it's good we should be part of that decision. So now we are now involved in decision making. It was even difficult to talk in public. But now that our capacity has been built, anywhere, if I know there is a policy here that I knew it will help my colleagues, I will not wait for somebody to come and tell me, go to this place. I have to go. That is why I am empowered and I need to fight on behalf of my fellow women. You have to know the way you approach the MC to lobby for their support. So communication, good communication is also something that you will use to achieve what you need.
So kaman on to kwangdo mga kabi on beshama official nira so nira de biyer la nirbe dom kuto kulisiala so mangbara gugu so nira nyesha bara even kaman o posta no beniraza muda de.
The assembly see it that no, this effort this woman is putting to support the women in the municipality is good. We should include her to the assembly so that anytime we have assembly meeting, she can be contributing or doing something to support the women.
Ne yukuijin tab de nyala balak nyama mutima kamali ba so de men nya zaviel de kabiyer mama de no le mani social de sopa.
abagore bakorana n'uyu mushinga ni abagore bakora ibikorwa by'ubuhinzi. Ubuhinzi bugamije nk'uko nari nabivuze guhaza mu biribwa umuryango kugira ngo ubeho neza utazahara, ariko basagurire n'amasoko. Kuki basagurira amasoko? Ni ukugira ngo bashobore kugurisha ku biciro byiza umusaruro wabo, noneho binjiza amafaranga abaha imbaraga zo kuvuga ngo natwe hari icyo tuzana mu rugo,
kandi ntitukoreshe n'ifumbire y'imvaruganda. Ariko ubu ngubu twamenye gukoresha ifumbire mvaruganda, tumenye gukoresha imborera neza. Nimba ari guhinga ibigori, urugero umenya umwobo uciye na santimetero usigemo hagati n'ifumbire uri bukoresha uko igana. Dukunda guhura nazo nuko yenda ntacyo twaziho ni ikirere. Ikirere nacyo kitubera imbogamizi, kuko hari igihe duhinga izuba rikava cyangwa se imvura ikagwa ari nyinshi, noneho ikazana ibiza ugasanga imisozi yatwawe. Ingaruka hari igihe izuba riva imyaka ikuma ntiyere, nanone hakaba hari igihe imvura igwa ari nyinshi. Nk'ubu ngubu kuri ino sizo haguye imvura nyinshi cyane, imvura yaraguye ku buryo abantu ntabwo babonye umusaruro. Ubundi ubumenyi twahawe n'ubwo guhinga ukamena hasi cyane, mbega hari ibyo bita ngo ni inonko. Urahinga ukagezamo hasi, iyo ugejejemo hasi urafata ugashyiramo ifumbire, ukazana itaka ugashyiramo ukavanga, ukongera ugashyiramo indi, ukongera ukazana itaka ukavanga. Icyo gihe iyo imvura yaguye amazi aguma arimo, ntabwo ashiramo vuba.
Investing in this conventional agricultural practices, women do not have that capacity to use intensively the chemicals. They are not able to compete at that level, but they are able to use those small farms to produce healthy food that is really highly demanded on the market. So there should be a kind of separate standalone budget allocation to that particular activity of agroecology, so that the practitioners feel part of the processes and feel like human beings because they have a space on the market. So support them, not just looking at those big investors using the chemicals which women cannot afford, and it's not climate friendly practices. So the agroecology practices need support to ensure that we are in the journey of inclusive economy, leaving no one behind.
The first time we started farming, mostly we look for land from our husbands, and the farm that they already use, they'll just give it to you. By then they have already used it for a long time. So when you farm on it, you will not get any proper distance. So we're afraid to approach landowners. So in this case, we decided, because of me being in assembly, I was able to mention that to the MCE. I said the MCE should find a way to support us in getting the landowners and the chiefs, so that they will know it is our right. There was an instant we have assembly meeting. The MCE invites all the landowners. He told them about women acquisition of land, and they know the way they can support us. So now they have been given women virgin land, even fertile one.
Oh, doko matano koko.
First, there are vela because we peer group man ka wo banks ma kama kobo ayen ko kanang bayar shanga nung kob man ka to ye bandiru ma fen yara. So first man una ndabe mila. So on pe ma ko wo ma kama ni like pon kobre have nyatun lo never binama in the valley ka di laɣam n zaŋ chaŋ ti bahi moɣani so ka di niŋ kunu di mali anfaani pam domin first ni yɛli ni wife daa na bi kpe lara group ma bee o daa na ka di puuni maa ti daa niŋdila condemn din ka ti daa mali spray yira to n tiɛha wɔn kuli kpe dini n tiɛha kamani lala yiya maa o yɛli ni bi yɛliya ni condemn di bi viɛla ti di lan zaŋ niŋ bindirigu di zooi bi wuhiba ni ti bɔmla irin binkɔbiri bina bee kamani ti ku laɣim binyɛra n zaŋ chaŋ ti bahi n ŋɔ time so zaŋ chaŋ saa ti yɛn mina saa yi kuli mina ka ti daa ta ko ka di niŋ kulum so ni di viɛli pam di niŋya di viɛli pam zaŋ titi.
You have applied the chemicals on your maize farm. The maize is ready. Still, the power of the chemical is still in the maize. You go to farm, bring some of the maize for your children to roast. Even you yourself, when you take it, bear in mind that the power of the chemicals is still in it. Tomorrow next, you see that the person will fall sick. The person is going to hospital. So we said they should adopt the agroecology, because before our forefathers' time, there was no chemicals. They don't apply any chemicals on their farm. So when it is not good, when you send it to market, you won't get any better market. You won't get any buyer to come and buy. Who will come and buy something which is not good? So we said we should adopt the agroecology.
The never pump. Because first, my usually condemn madden gem no more the belly. So the more made in gem cabandiraman and until Halley Lalabon Cobina, the Bendiraman the Gary condemn Martin that spray my. Come on 1 acre, then 15 bucks.
We are also looking at the issue of seed, which is very critical so long as agroecology is concerned, promoting seed sovereignty and ensuring that farmers do not have to rely on external seed where they are regularly having to buy seed every year or any farming season, so that they can promote their own independence and self-reliance in terms of promoting and producing their own local seed at the community level, as well as using it as even an additional income generating venture to be able to enhance productivity.
I wanted to be a trained teacher to also come to build the capacity of my young ones to also grow up to be somebody tomorrow. Yeah, I'm proud to be a teacher, especially the female girls. They use us as role models. So anytime I go to class, I do tell my children, do well. Some of them will say, yes, me, I want to be madam, like you. In fact, the way you appear in class, I like it. And I do tell them the importance of education.
You cannot talk about issues of unpaid care work, issues of agroecology, without having issues of gender-based violence. Because, for instance, a woman might be tagged as weak because you are not able to cook, or your husband might beat you because you are not able to cook. But because that common sense is that unpaid care work is no longer the responsibility of only women, it is for all of us, and we all need to share it. The issues around wife battering, the issues around denial of land, because they felt that my wife should be farming in my land and she has no right to the produce that will come. She cannot contribute to decision making. All these are issues that have been eliminated. And we have women having their own farmlands. We have women having to decide on what they do to their produce. Issues of mobility, which is a critical issue of gender-based violence, has been eliminated. We've also had instances where women, when they are menstruating, they cannot mingle with family members. They cannot sell at their market. they cannot go to the farm. All these are issues of gender-based violence, patriarchy that power has been able to eliminate. And women enjoy their full rights during menstrual cycles. They can go to the market, they can sell freely, they can cook for their household members, which they were not able to do because they feel that you are dirty. Issues that a woman in her reproductive age cannot rear animals. This is just unbelievable. But they have been able to challenge all these unequal power relations to address issues of gender-based violence. And you've seen that there is clear link to agroecology in addressing all these issues around gender-based violence, access to land, and that of unpaid care work.
সংসার জীবনে কষ্ট ধারা ছিল, এটা আমি ব্যর্থতা করে আমি যখন পাওয়ার প্রজেক্টের সাথে যুক্ত হলাম তখন আমার কাছে অনেক ধরনের সুবিধা আসলো। আমি কমিটিতে অংশগ্রহণ করছি, বিভিন্ন কমিটিতে, যেমন পারিবারিক বিরোধ নিরাসন, নারী ও শিশু কল্যাণ স্ট্যান্ডিং কমিটির সদস্য, সমতার সদস্য এবং প্রতিবন্ধী নিয়ে কাজ করি। এবং পরিবর্তন মানে আমি বাহিরে যাইতে পারছি, এটা আমার বিশেষ করে আরো ভালো লাগছে। আমি নিজ ইচ্ছা মতো এখন বাজার করতে পারছি, নিজ ইচ্ছা মতো চলাফেরা করতে পারছি, নিজ ইচ্ছা মতো পোশাক কিনতে পারছি, বাচ্চাদের পোশাক কিনতে পারছি, তাদের লেখাপড়ার খরচ আমি চালাতে পারছি। এটাই আমার বেশি করে আরো ভালো লাগতেছে।
আমার অনেক পরিবর্তন হয়েছে। আমি আগে শুধু বেকারে ছিলাম, ঘুরে ফিরে বেড়াইছি। এখানে পাওয়ার প্রকল্প আসাতে ওকে মিটিংয়ে থুয়ে আসি এখানে সেখানে। আর থুয়ে আসতে আসতে ওই ভাইদের ঘরের সাথে আপাদের সাথে অনেক পরিচিত হয়েছি। আবার এই কয়েকবার যে মেলা হলো, মেলায় দেখছি, মেলায় প্রতিযোগিতা করছি।
There before power project, even at times you can be with your husband in the room, even almost 3 weeks. You have not talked to one another. You don't talk to each other because if there is misunderstanding between you and him, he don't talk to you. You don't also talk. But since this power project started, it's scarcely for you to see a man quarreling with their wife. It has changed us.
Biba bishimishije kuvuga uburenganzira bwanjye, nta kibazo. Niyo mpamvu bavuga ati mwiyamamaze nkahita imbere, kuko mbazi ko uburenganzira bwanjye hari aho buzagira gute buzaharanirwa. Tekereje ngo nubake inzu, simba ntekereza korora, ndi wa wundi utazi uburenganzira bwe, nta kintu na kimwe mfite, ariko uburenganzira kuko mbuzi bwanjye, nabashije kurera abana banjye, mbega urabona ko nta kibazo gihari. Niba baradushyize bavuga bati ribuvuga ibyanyu ku buryo bishobora gukemuka, nta kibazo ugenda bifitemo, bwa burenganzira ndabuharanira.
Power has so far adopted an integrated approach, an intersectional approach, where we try to look at issues of unpaid care work, issues of violence against women, issues of agroecology, to ensure how the challenges from all these areas are interconnected and how do we promote women economic empowerment by combining all these strategies and approaches to ensure that we are not just looking at them in silos, but we are creating a niche that will combine all these approaches and strategies to ensure that we really achieve women's economic empowerment.